Alright, so this recording is to go a little bit more in depth on POs and work orders. So one question that I want to answer is, what do I do if I want to send an attachment in the PO to the vendor, the contractor? And so what we have to do is first, there has to be something to send to them in the first place. So up here in Documents, I can actually upload a document. So let's say I have plans. Browse this, open up this plans file. Say this is the pool plans. Alright, I can hit upload. So now pool plans is actually in here and it attached to this job specifically. So I'm going to go back to project management. I'm going to show you what happens when we try to order this PO. And I'll show it to you in both ways. So let's find something that makes sense to assign to a vendor. Let's do floor wall. So we're going to go ahead. We're going to assign this to the vendor. We're going to hit go. So we have created the PO. It's not ordered, but it's created now. So if we want to schedule this, we can pick a date. I can hit order PO. I can hit notify vendor. And now, because I have already uploaded that pool plans attachment, I can actually select that attachment to email to the vendor, which is pretty cool. If you have, so that's the thing, is you have to upload the attachment that you want to send to them potentially before you get to this point. Otherwise, this box won't show up and you won't be able to send it to them. So if I set this on a date to July 2nd, it's going to send an email to that vendor. And I'm going to pull up the email that the vendor will get just to show you what that looks like. So here's the email. All right, and you see down here, pool plans with a link to the pool plans image. So there's another way to do this, and I'm going to show it to you right now. So I'm not going to look through and find one that makes sense on this one. I'm just going to pick one. Dig date, schedule dig date. Let's do the same thing. We're going to assign it to a vendor. Same vendor because I have the email attached to that vendor. I'm going to hit go. All right, it's created the work order. And now I'm going to schedule it. I'm not going to order the PO here though. I'm just going to schedule it. Let's say the 26th. Let's wait till it pops back up. Okay, here it is, 26th. Notice that this little paper icon is red, which means the PO has not yet been ordered. I'm going to click on that. That'll open up the PO itself. So now it's open. This is the status, right? It's not ordered. So I'm going to go ahead and order it right here. And now I can notify the vendor. And you see here, there to get is again the attachment for pool plans. So you can include these attachments and notify the vendor from this actual PO page or from the project management view like we did before. Now I'm going to do this again. I'm going to order it. I'm going to hit save. Okay, you'll notice the status changed to ordered here. The activity log for this PO shows the PO was emailed to the vendor. All right, now let's open up that email and I'll show you what that looks like now. And this is an important distinction to notice. Now, instead of having that text here that has the attachment is actually attached to the email. It's kind of just one of those quirky things about DBX. to get used to, but here it is. So if you order it through the PO and then send the attachment, it's going to come in like this. If you order it through project management, it's going to come in as the text with a link to the image. So now that we've talked about sending attachments to POs, I'm going to talk about how do we like go find these POs and go find these work orders. And to do that, I'm going to create another work order just so I have an example to show you. Right here, color sheet. I'll assign this to DBX admin again. Let go. All right, so that work order has been created. If I refresh, instead of having to refresh every single time, you can type in the job ID here if you'd like. Or you can even say, there's other fields here where you can filter it by who the project manager is, for example. Okay, so color sheet, here's that work order, right? It's actually, if we click on it from here, you can actually open it up, which is a quick way to do it. But let's say, you weren't in project management view, how do you find a work order? So if you go over here to purchase orders, blue menu over here, go up here to work orders, you can find them here. If you go up to task list, you can actually find them up here as well. And there's even one more spot you can find it at. So if I go back to the customer job page, they'll show up in here as well. See how it has the picture and it has the name DBX admin of the user. That's how I know that this is actually a work order. That one's been completed. This one has not been completed, 0%. Those are the 3 places that you can find the work orders. Now what about the POs? Well, the POs is pretty simple. It's actually in purchase order right here. And you have to be careful because there's also these filters up top, these different tabs. So these are open POs. Right here is ordered POs. And you can even look at closed. So those are the different places where you can